everybody, thank you for watching Nibbles and Flicks. I'm your host, Jeff Reed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Help push this video along so it can help us get to our goal, which is 1,000 subscribers. And this video, we're going to talk about the movie Lilo and Stitch. Plot of the story is a lonely Hawaiian girl befriends a runaway alien, helping to mend her fragmented family. Our films before, we actually break the film down into 3 segments: the good, the bad, and the final verdict. I also have some good snacks so I can sometimes eat while I'm talking about it. But let me know in the comment section below what kind of favorite snacks you like to eat while you're watching the movie, and let's get into this review right now. So Lilo Stitch is a remake of the original film that was made in 2002, which is an animation film. When this film came out in 2002, I really wasn't into animation that much. I was a college kid in Miami. I was partying it up, so I really didn't understand anything about, really didn't care about this film. However, I did watch the film later on in life, and it was a very good film. I thought it was at that time. Like I said before, animation wasn't my thing. I was into trying to be an adult kid in Miami, so more things were more important at that time. But once I saw the film, I've seen it a couple of times ever since, so I really have no ties to this film at all. But I could see people who grew up during that time, with this movie. I can see that those people have attachment to this film, and it's actually kind of cool to see. I went to movie theaters to see this on Thursday, early Thursday, and it was a lot of cool. Is to see a lot of kids dressed up and also adults too, so I could kind of see where people grew up with this film. So actually cool to see that, but I have no attachment to a film. So if there's anything I'm missing out, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it if you're someone that grew up with this film and love this film as well. If you want to watch our videos, I'll break it down in the good, the bad, and the final verdict, and at the end I'll actually rate the film off how full the bowl of snacks are, and I'll let you know how I felt about this film. So let's get into the review. What I like about this film is this film has a lot of heart. It focuses a lot on family dynamics, the culture of Hawaii, and I also like that a lot too, because it shows you the camaraderie of an island. Even though if you're not blood family, it does still show you how important it is to actually be as one and treat each other like family, know your responsibility as a person in that family. And I think that was a very good message that they were trying to portray in the film, and I think that they executed very well with that. Chris Sanders comes back and plays Stitch again, and he picks it up right like he did in 2002. He does an amazing job. I have to say, like I said before, I'm not a person who watched the original film and fell in love with it. I watched it and I enjoyed it, but it was something that I'm attached to. I'm attached to the films, the sequels, the TV shows, all that stuff, the merch. That's not me. However, I think when it comes to Chris Sanders, he understands this character, and he plays him very well. And that's always a good thing when you bring in someone back to play the character. And he just does a very good job. He shows the different emotions that Stitch goes through. He actually shows him growing as a character. And throughout the film as well, he meets Stitch. He's a total bad alien. And then you get to the end of the film, he's a sweetheart. He's still got a little naughty side, but he does it because he loves his family, and he shows the growth, and you see the growth of the Stitch throughout the film, and I actually like that a lot. And that was one thing I knew it was going to be good, how they were heavily marketing him, and through all the marketing campaigns, you knew he was going to be the star of the film, and I had absolutely blast every time I saw Stitch on screen. My Ki Aloha is absolutely adorable in this film. You always get worried when you see child actresses, especially it's their first time actually being in a film, but I felt like she knew what the role was supposed to be. Like, I don't know, she's an acting coach or whatever they did to prep this little girl. She was absolutely amazing. She knew how to hit the comedy, how to feel sad, how to feel happy, how to show growth in a character, how to actually work with a CGI character as well, because you gotta remember, Stitch is not there, so she's playing off probably a dummy or something like that, or maybe someone else in CGI or whatever, and didn't seem like very weird, off-putting, or anything. I feel like it was very natural and very good. So I'm very excited to see what she can do in the future. I hope she gets more opportunities to showcase her talent, and I'm looking forward to see her in future projects. Cindy Ugan, who's played Nani, she does a great job working off of Mia, Kealoha, and also Stitch. Just shows like the camaraderie of all three characters, of them going through from the beginning to the end, how they grow together, how they become tighter as a unit, and everything she did when it comes to like showing how frustrated she is, trying to tack on all this stuff since the parents died, and try to take on responsibilities, almost gets to the point to giving up. And then also understanding that, you know, there's also another bigger responsibility for her as a character as well. I think she played the character very, very good. And like I said, all three characters, when it comes to Stitch, Leo, and Nani, they just make it a very fun, entertaining film with all a bunch of heart and very life lessons, to the point where you actually enjoy watching them on film. And actually see the growth of the characters. And one thing I knew what we were gonna do is, and I wasn't really sure how this film was gonna be, and I was kind of worried about this film at the beginning when I heard about it coming out, because it was supposed to be originally for streaming, and the budget was only $100 million, which is nothing to sneeze at. But when you talk about Disney and when they do these other live action remakes, they use at least like 150, 180, and plus. Make these films, and then this film only had 100, and they shot to the point where it didn't feel like it was going to be a Disney Plus film. It seemed like they put a little more heart into it, and this felt like maybe one of the better, possibly the best live action remakes that they have made. And I think that this showing you how much effort everyone put in this film when it comes to directing, acting, making the movie looking good, when it comes to cinematography, and using the special effects for Stitch as well. They treated this film like it was a big budget film, and I think they got that point across as well. And this film does something that a lot of these films that is really kiddie, ready for kids only, and it keeps adults engaged. And I felt like that was something some of these films don't do. Yeah, you got the silliness and all that stuff, but it goes along with the character. You understand what's going on, and it doesn't make you feel bored that you're an adult sitting there. You're actually having fun with it too, with some of the stuff that they do in this film that keeps you entertained as an adult. And that's one of the good things. And I think that's why this film will probably make a lot of money, because it's not only a film that keeps kids engaged, keeps adults engaged, and I can see repeat showings. Or repeat viewings from families, because everyone is having a good time with this film, and that's what you want when it comes to these Disney films. And hopefully Disney now will take the road that this one does, and that's don't make these movies too expensive. Focus on the story, focus on the characters, make them fun. Doesn't have to be completely the same thing, a shot by the original. Just keep it fun so everybody wants to make the film better. And I think that's another thing I think that is a positive, but I can see that as a negative if we talk about that in the bad. Is that everything wasn't completely the same. Some of the characters they split into two. Some of the plots of the movie is changed. Some things is differently from the original film. For me, there's Who's Not Attached. I felt that was fine, and actually made things different where it's separating from the original, so you don't have to compare everything from the original. I think a lot of people get caught up with that, where they're trying to compare the original to these live actions, and they have to have everything exactly the same. You don't have to. You want to separate it so you have two different entities, two different products, where people can go back and watch the original, and then people can go watch the new one as well and enjoy it, and they say, hey, this is not the same exact film as this one. You know, this one's live action, this one animation, this one did different things, had different characters, and that's fine. I thought they did a good job, and hopefully people who loved the original film feel the same way as well. Now the bad. The bad, I can say, like I said before, it could be something that the hardcore Lilo and Stitch fans, they see certain characters are not all the characters there. Some of the characters are split up into two, and there's one character in the film where she's like a neighbor. You really don't know why she's there. But when you get to the end of the film, you're like, okay, all right, I'm cool with that. I understand why you did that. And then, like I said, she was one of the characters that they kind of split up as well. Also, another character as well that's in this film that they split up or they changed a little bit. And someone is actually missing from the first film. Can't remember the individual's name, but he was also there in a spaceship with at the console when they were putting Stitch and his creator on trial. He wasn't in the film, but like I said before, I don't think that was necessary or was needed. Like I said before, I'm not a Lilo Stitch hardcore fan, so if you felt differently, let me know. But I can see that as being a negative because some people want the same exact characters, the way they portray in the original, they want them to be the same. But like I said, I think Disney was trying to separate, making two different products, and for me, that's fine. But I can see that as a negative to others. And the final verdict, the final of this film, I feel like this film, if I have to get a rating, is a very good film. I say it's 3/4 full of the bowl. I feel like everything they did with the characters, that made you feel the heart and love between the characters in this film, how they made Hawaii as a character. Everything just felt nice and fuzzy with this film. I know a lot of people are going to be very critique when it comes to the changes of this film. However, like I said, for me, it doesn't really bother me because I'm not really a hardcore fan. But I can understand hardcore fans getting upset if some things were changed and not exactly from the original film. Like I said before, I think the acting from Mai Kealoha was fantastic, and I hope I see her in more things. Maybe they will do the sequel of the film, and as long as the movie makes a lot of money, I think they would do that. But I think it will. I think a lot of families will go see this repeatedly, and just to have fun in a movie theater over the summer. And I hope this film does well, and it teaches Disney a lesson. You don't have to spend crazy money to make a good film. Just keep the budget where it should be. Focus on the characters, the stories. Make sure you got the special effects done, and voila, you got a great movie. So everybody, let me know what you think about the comment section. If you're a hardcore fan of this film, the original film, let me know in the comment section what you think about the film. Are you okay with the changes? Do you not like the changes? Let me know. And also, what is your favorite snack? Don't forget to put your favorite snack, what you like to eat for every movie that you watch or TV show. Let me know what you like to eat. And thank you for watching Nibbles and Flicks. My name is Jeff, and I'll see you next video. Take care. Goodbye. And don't forget, eat some good snacks and have some fun. Goodbye.